today we will do a podcast about Together for the Dialogue. We will talk about some things connected to the topic. And I have two guests today. One is Michał Lorbiecki, Mayor's Plenipotentiary in the City Hall of Tychy, urbanist and economist. And my second guest is Kateryna Romanenko, a worker of FEO. Youth worker. And also a youth worker, yeah. So maybe you want to introduce yourself also?
Hi, thanks for having me. It's great to be here. Like you said, I'm an urban planner in the City Hall of Tychy. I try to design our city as well as possible. And the most important work in my city is the new city center of Tychy. And I always try to include youth. This is why I'm happy to be here to talk about youth.
Yeah. From my side, I can tell that I can't imagine my life without youth. So I work a lot with young people, and
Okay, so I'm also happy to have you here. And today we will talk about the role of leadership in the youth activism. So I have some questions for you. And the first one, because we have to start the topic, is who is a young leader?
Okay, I'll start. I think it's a person who inspires others. It's not only about to lead others. I think it's my opinion. I don't think leaders are people who lead others or point finger to what others should do, but a leader can be anyone who inspires others. For example, we can draw beautiful things. We have talent, and people like to look at our work or listen to our music or something. I think the inspiration part is the most important in being a leader, even if we are not really, if you are a shy person or something. But at the same time, we cannot forget about communication skills. So the inspiration is for me is the most important, and communication at the same time. But we need to remember that a leader can also be someone who manipulates people, and that's the bad side of being a leader, right? So a leader is not always someone who is a good person in a community, I think.
Mm-hmm. From my perspective, I think that two things important in the question who is the leader. Yeah? First thing, it's a person who have some team, and this team have opportunity to include only one person. So for the simple example, it's family. Somebody, it's not doesn't matter who, woman or man or some other options, but somebody is a leader. How we can understand? So some team, so some person who have a leader, a team. And second, I totally agree about motivation and inspiration, because and of course it's communicational skills and etc. etc. To be honest, if you not communicate with people, you can't be leader. It's not possible. Yeah, so you can choose different type of communication, but you have to communicate. Yeah, so I mean people and motivation, inspiration. What do you think?
Okay, I can totally agree with both of you, because like Michał said, I think that a youth leader is also a person who should motivate other young people to do something, but also I would say that it's someone that is connected with young people, that someone who knows how to talk with young people, but also knows how to, I cannot find the right word, but who knows the needs of young people, and who also knows how to split the roles in a team, because someone can be better in, I don't know, drawing, like can do graphics, and another person can be better in doing plans or things like that. So it also should be a person that knows how to split the job between the team members. And yeah, I think that you've got the point here. So going to the next topic, to the next question, I mean, is how do we, as young leaders, have opportunities for youth agreement, like projects and activities? And Michał, what do you think about it?
I think that youth leaders need to connect others, like you said, in this area, because they cannot do anything on their own, and they need a team. And at the same time, it's our natural need to make a community, to be included in a community, and the key role of a youth leader is to connect others who don't know how to be connected, how to find their place in a community. And I think it's a huge responsibility, because like I said in my previous answer, remember that leaders not always are good. Leaders can be bad people, right? They can drive our lives into a wrong direction, and they're still leaders. But we need this feeling of community, even if it's a not really good community for us, for our future. It's still fulfilling the need of belonging somewhere. So I think it's a huge responsibility.
Yeah, I totally agree that leadership and leader person who really very conscious understood what is responsibility, because for me it's also you are ready to react. You're ready to react to some challenges, some changes in life, and our life include a lot of changes. So every day we changing somehow our bodies, our mind, our surrounding around, and so on. And most important thing that leader is a person who can orient and choose most right decision, and not afraid to take people and go with them. Also understand the responsibility. You are not alone, and you need to understand also responsibility about that guys also who is you, and this is my opinion.
Okay, I can understand you, because as a youth leader, I am responsible. For example, when we are going to the project, I'm responsible to have airplane tickets, or I have to make plans how we will get to the place of the project. So I can totally understand you, because it's a big responsibility. Every time we're really, really stressed about it, that something will go wrong. So yeah, it's a really big responsibility. Okay, and how have young leaders made a positive impact in their community?
I think doing the most basic thing, even like helping the community to be a community, like to making the feeling the safe space for a community to belong to one another, and to fulfilling that need. That's the most basic thing that comes to my mind. But also there are places to improve a community, even if we're not talking about physical stuff, like changing our space, for example, the space of where we live, of our playground, or our school, or some physical thing. We can always improve our community by giving new tools to communicate, to make something better in a community. So I think there's always a place to be a leader, even if it means only the basic things.
From my point of view, everything in our life starts from understanding, and how I can do something good for community. For example, as a young person, I need to consciously understand that I am a part of this community. If I understand that I am a part of this community and for me it's important because I understand it. I'm conscious, understand I'm part, and what I can do for my community. I start to really understand my personal needs from my community members, and I start to some activities. So what we can do for improve our community, what we can do as much as possible, maybe some initiatives, some projects, some I don't know, even good talking together and have some small talks between each other. It's also good thing sometimes because it's also possible with some support each other.
helping.
Yes, so and it means it's also good thing. Depend on the needs. Depend on this.
Okay. Yeah, I think that I have nothing to add to what he said because I agree.
As simple as it is.
Yeah, I agree like in 100% of what you said. So, yeah. And what do you think? What challenges do young leaders have to overcome?
I think the most crucial obstacle in being a young leader is diversity. That sometimes young people may be not prepared for that. There are not only young people in the world, that we are different people, even young people are different. And I think that's the key obstacle even in the modern world, where we try to include everyone, but still we are totally different people and we have totally different needs sometimes, and not everyone is ready for that. Sometimes we think that what we think is the most important, and we don't really like people with a different opinion or with different needs. And I think that's the most crucial obstacle to overcome for leaders, to be open and to understand that people are different.
I agree, and I would like to add something to your opinion, that one of the challenges in diversity of world, it means that understand this diversity, that different people in the world, and understand that every person needs to have space in this world, and accept this and not fight with this idea. So you understand that people different, and you allow in your head to give them space and not fight with them with their different needs, different different shoes, different clothes, different hairs. You understand that the world is different and accept it. First, what I want to add, and second, it's about responsibility. All time, I remember myself in young age, and I observe a lot of young leaders, and sometimes every person possible to tell I'm a leader and I'm best in all the best leader, but forgot about that. Okay, you think about you, but what about responsibility about your team? And it's biggest challenge, I think it's biggest challenge in leadership, young leadership, to really understand that you speak not about from your side. Leader all time speak not about from your side, yourself. You also speak from the group, and it's also challenge to understand I'm not only my opinion important. I representative opinion of these guys. That's why this is challenge. I think even some psychology challenge for understanding and to take this responsibility to represent these ideas, because sometimes team have some other things or other needs what they want, and you as a leader need to do somehow, manage somehow with these ideas. So.
Okay, so I agree with the things you said, but also I think that what the challenge that we have to overcome as youth leaders is that, like you said, we have different needs. We are like in different ages of our lives, and we have different needs. For example, I'm as a young person, as a youngster, let's say, or something like that, adolescent. I'm an adolescent, I'm sorry. Have different needs than adults or teenagers. Because, for example, right now I'm in that kind of place in my life where I study in a university and I live not with my parents. I live by myself right now with my roommates, but I don't really know what are the problems of people that live in their own houses, because, for example, I don't have to pay the fees or anything like that because my parents are paying it for me because I'm living in a dorm. So we have different needs, and still, even though we, for example, me and my friends are at the same age, we have different things that we want from life. So it's really hard for us sometimes to connect because we want to do something, but we have different purposes for it. So yeah, I think that's it. And it was nice talking to you both. I'm really glad that you came and we've talked about it. And also, my name is Victoria. I was the host today, and I hope that we will see each other in another podcast.
Thank you.